Conceptual Learning presents How to Overcome Procrastination and Get Things Done, the Determination of a Geisha. Procrastination is a common challenge that many individuals face, causing them to feel unproductive and delaying the achievement of their goals. This video will explore the principles and strategies that can be used to overcome procrastination and achieve goals, and how these can be applied to our own lives. Yumi was a girl who lived in a small village in Japan with her grandmother Okami. Yumi was fascinated by the stories she would hear her grandfather tell before he passed away, about the geishas in the nearby Hanamachi or flower town. He would often remind her to never fall short on her dreams. Yumi thought often of becoming a geisha, but her grandmother was against it, believing it was not a suitable life for a young girl. Okami deeply opposed Yumi's dream of becoming a geisha and did everything she could to distract her from her vision. As Yumi got older, she would still try to practice, but she noticed life started getting in the way. Her grandmother would often distract her by asking for tasks to be done that would take up the whole day. By the time Yumi would complete the task, she was so tired and drained that she only wanted to sleep. As far back as she remembered, the grandmother would always criticize Yumi's progress, telling her that she would never be good enough to become a geisha. Despite her grandmother's objections, Yumi was determined to become a geisha. She eventually left her village and journeyed to the city to seek her fortune. However, she soon realized that becoming a geisha was not as easy as she thought. The path was long and arduous, and she had to work hard to perfect her skills in dance, music, and conversation. Being off on her own only made things harder. Yumi was very tired and it was difficult to stay focused and motivated, so she found herself often putting things off for another day. She struggled with self-doubt and would often find herself lost in daydreams, rather than working on her skills. She couldn't help but think back to the trauma her grandmother caused for all of those years. One day, Yumi's yunushi, or landlord, came up to her and threatened to kick her out on the street if she could not come up with the coin to stay at her place. Yumi didn't know anyone in the area, so she procrastinated on trying to figure out what to do. She sat there for a day weeping and feeling bad for her misfortunes. She started to believe maybe her grandmother was right all along. The next day, Yumi's yunushi came back to her, requesting the payment. Yumi did not have the coin, so the yunushi gathered all her things to put them out on the corner. A wealthy businessman saw this happening and felt bad for Yumi. He offered to sponsor her training, but in exchange, he demanded her loyalty and devotion. Yumi was torn between her desire for success and her desire to maintain her independence. She thought back to her grandmother, probably sitting back home happy that she failed. She thought back to her grandfather, and how he never gave up on her. Her grandfather's voice echoed in her head, and she ultimately chose to turn down the businessman's offer and continue on her own path. Yumi never lost sight of her goal. She worked tirelessly, perfecting her craft and gaining the respect of her peers. She eventually became one of the most renowned geishas of her time, known for her grace, beauty, and impeccable skills. She continued to perform and captivate audiences with her art, but she never forgot the lessons she had learned along the way. She realized that success was not just about being the best, but also about being true to oneself and never losing sight of one's dreams. Yumi's story of perseverance and determination in the face of procrastination can provide valuable lessons for overcoming procrastination in the 21st century. Here are some principles that we can implement in our own lives to overcome procrastination. Set clear and specific goals. Yumi had a clear vision of what she wanted to achieve and worked hard to make it a reality. We too can set clear and specific goals for ourselves and break them down into smaller, manageable tasks. Stay focused and motivated. Yumi refused to let her grandmother's criticism and temptations distract her from her goal. We can stay focused and motivated by surrounding ourselves with positive influences and removing distractions from our environment. Prioritize tasks. Yumi understood the importance of prioritizing her tasks and focusing on the most important ones first. We too can prioritize our tasks by creating a to-do list and focusing on the most important tasks first. Persevere. Yumi did not give up on her dream, even when faced with obstacles and distractions. We too can persevere in the face of obstacles and distractions by staying focused on our goals and reminding ourselves why they are important. By implementing these principles, we can overcome procrastination and achieve our goals, just like Yumi did. The key is to remain focused, motivated, and determined, and to never give up on our dreams, no matter what obstacles we may face. Remember, success is not a destination, but a journey. It takes hard work, determination, and perseverance to achieve our goals. With the principles we have learned from Yumi, we can be well on our way to a more productive and fulfilling life. Thank you for watching Conceptual Learnings: How to Overcome Procrastination and Get Things Done, the Determination of a Geisha. Be sure to like and subscribe for more.